So how long does it take to learn how to trade stocks? Some claim it only takes a few weeks, others say it takes months, and some people say it takes years. So who's right? How long does it really take to learn how to trade stocks? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. So how long does it take to learn how to trade stocks? Well, I'm going to start this video with it depends, but I promise that I'll give you a very definite answer of how long it really takes to learn how to trade. So here's why I say it depends. There are simple ways to trade and there are more complicated ways to trade. In a nutshell, it depends on three factors. Number one, the instrument you want to trade, for example, stocks, options, futures, or Forex. Number two, the analysis method that you want to use, which could be fundamental or technical analysis. And number three, the time frame you want to trade, whether you want to day trade or swing trade. So let's talk about each of these in details. Number one, what do you want to trade? Well, the easiest instrument to trade are stocks. And here's why. Stocks are super easy to understand. See, if you buy a stock for $100 and the price goes up to $101, you make $1. And if you're trading 100 shares, you would make $100. Easy enough, right? Now, when trading options, you need to understand strike prices, expiration dates, option premiums, the difference between calls and puts, the difference between buying and selling options, and also the Greeks like delta, gamma, theta, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Now, as you can see, trading options, it's much more complex and therefore also more complicated than trading stocks. And that's why it will take longer to learn how to trade options than if you would just trade stocks. Making sense thus far? Okay, by the way, if this is making sense thus far, hit like. Okay, now let's talk about futures. When trading futures, you need to learn about the expiration dates as well as the so-called tick values. As an example, when trading the E-mini S&P, the minimum fluctuation is a quarter. So the E-mini S&P would trade at 3,000, 3,000 and a quarter, 3,050, 3,075, and then 3,001. Now, each of these ticks is worth $12.50. So if the E-mini S&P moves from 3,000 and a quarter to 3,000 and a half, you would make $12.50 per contract. Now, to make matters worse, each futures contract ticks differently and has a different value. As an example, the 30-year bonds tick in 30 seconds and each tick is worth $31.25. Now, as you can see, futures trading is much more complex and complicated than trading stocks, and therefore it would take much longer to learn how to trade futures than options. But you see, for this video, let's say you decide to trade stocks to make things easy, because this would already save you a bunch of time. Now, after you decide what to trade, you need to determine how you will pick the right stock. So that's criteria number two. What analysis method do you want to use? Now, I did another video in which I talked about the difference between fundamental and technical analysis. In a nutshell, fundamental analysis is difficult and it's complicated. If you want to learn how to pick stocks using fundamental analysis, it would take months, maybe even years. Now, on the other hand, there's technical analysis. And in the previous video, I talked about the difference between chart patterns and indicators. See, if you want to learn how to pick stocks using chart patterns, then obviously you need to learn all the chart patterns, which takes time. And then you need to practice to recognize these chart patterns. And this can take weeks. On the other hand, when using technical indicators, you just need to know what indicator to use, because then it's black and white. As an example, if you choose to pick stocks using a moving average, you only need to check whether the stock is above the moving average or not. The tricky part is to find the right indicator and the right settings for the indicators. See, if you want to develop your own system, it can take months and years of development and backtesting to find the right combination. See, I personally spent years testing and refining my own trading strategy, and you might know it. It's called the PowerX strategy. Now, the good news, you don't have to do this because you can shortcut your learning curve by simply duplicating what other successful traders do. This will save you many months and years. As an example, if you would like to know the indicators that I personally use and what settings, then simply go to mytradingroutine.com, where I have a video for you that shows you everything in detail. Actually, I'll link to the video in the description so that you can easily go there. Okay, so let's review. If you decide to trade stocks and you decide to use technical indicators, you can shorten your learning curve from years and months to a matter of days. Before we move on to the next step, let me ask you, is this helpful thus far? If it is, do me a favor and click on like, because this way I can see which videos you like and I can make more of these videos. Now, the next criteria, number 3, how do you want to trade? Do you want to day trade or do you want to swing trade? You see, there's one thing you need to do regardless of whether you're trading stocks or options or whether you're using fundamental or technical analysis. You have to test your trading plan. You absolutely must test your trading strategy on a simulator to make sure that it actually works. See, I did a video, the best trading simulator, and I'll link to it in the description. You should definitely watch it. Now, in that video, I explain why you should test your trading strategy over at least 40 trades. Anything less, and you wouldn't have statistically relevant results. So, now the question is, how long will it take you to test your trading strategy? Well, if you're day trading, you might get 2 trading opportunities per day. So, in order to place 40 trades on a simulator, it would take you 20 trading days, which is approximately a month. Now, if you're swing trading and you only get 3 trading opportunities per week, then it would take you approximately 13 weeks, which is a little over 3 months. Now, as you can see, testing your trading idea and placing trades on the simulator is the most time-consuming activity. And you cannot shortcut it. Those who do are usually the ones losing money in the markets. And those who take the time to thoroughly test their trading ideas and practice it, those are the ones that are making money with trading. Now, before we talk about how exactly you can become a successful trader, let me ask you, is this helpful thus far? If it is, do me a favor and click on like, because this way I can see which videos you like the best and I can make more of these videos. So, the question is trading hard to learn? Well, if you want to trade options or futures and use fundamental analysis, then yes, it's difficult and trading will be hard to learn. However, when you trade stocks and use indicators, you can learn how to trade in a matter of days. But think about it like riding a bicycle. It's not difficult to learn how to ride a bicycle. All you need to do is get on the bike and start pedaling, right? But it takes practice before you master it. See, same in trading. Learning how to trade is relatively easy, but you need practice to master it. And that is the reason why most people fail. They simply don't take the time to practice the trading strategy, make mistakes, and then learn from them. Most people invest in a trading strategy or today, and they want to see results tomorrow. It simply doesn't work this way. See, take the time to practice and you will significantly increase the odds of making money with trading. So, how do you become a successful trader in the stock market? Here's how to start trading stocks in 5 steps. Step number 1, decide what to trade. Step number 2, get a trading strategy. Step number 3, practice on a simulator. Step number 4, open an account with a broker. And step number 5, start small, grow big. You see, I made a video for you in which I go through these steps in detail, and I'll link to it right here, somewhere on this page, and also in the description. Now, if you found this video helpful, click on like and make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the little notification bell, because this way you get a notification whenever I release a new video. Now here's the next step. Watch the video on how to start trading stocks in 5 steps. I promise you're going to love it. All right, I'll see you there.